This week we're going to create a animal using different types of lines. And this animal that we're going to draw is a lion today. First, what I'm going to do is have my paper, it's going to be vertical, and I'm going to write my name on the top. And kindergarten. So I wrote down the class code, which if you're in KA, KB, KC, KD, or KE, or just write the letter K. I'm gonna flip it over. And I have a ruler here. You don't have to use a ruler, but I'm gonna use a ruler for my own purposes. And I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm gonna draw a rectangle in the middle of the paper. Okay, so I drew my rectangle, and I'm going to erase the extra lines of the rectangle. And the rectangle is going to be medium-sized in the middle of the paper. And first step we're going to do is we're going to draw a rectangle in the middle of the paper. And this is a long rectangle. This is a long rectangle. The next step for our lion is we're going to draw some eyes. And the eyes, I'm going to show you with this stencil here, the eye shape. We're going to do the smaller eyes on the right side and on the left side. So far the two shapes are the rectangle and the two circles. And now we're going to make another circle that's inside of the circle. And we're going to draw a circle that is a medium-sized circle inside for the ears of this lion. And we're going to draw a small circle that's inside what we like to call overlapping the inside of the circle. And once you're done with that, you're going to erase the inside pieces. And we're going to create the nose and the mouth. The nose, the shape is going to be a triangle. So the shape is a triangle. Once you do your triangle, the next part is to draw the mouth. And the mouth is going to be a vertical line. We're going to stop. One curved line, two curved lines. So that is the mouth. And now we're going to draw the lion's whiskers. So for the whiskers, you're going to do two whiskers. One, two. So 2 lines on the left and 2 lines on the right. And we're going to draw small circles that are inside of the rectangle near the nose and the mouth. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to outline. Outline means trace. Trace the lion using a black marker. If you don't have black, you can use gray and purple or blue or brown. And I'm just tracing each shape. And because of the fact that some of the shapes are going to be black, I'm going to color the nose black. I'm going to outline the face and the whiskers to outline the circles. And I'm going to outline the eyes. And inside the eyes, the pupil is black. And I'm going to outline the 2 circles that are inside and I'm going to color the inside of the circles black. And if you don't have black, you can use a different color that is dark. Colors like blue, purple, or green. Gray is good color too if you don't have black. And I'm going to color this circle right here. I'm just going to color the inside of the circle. And see, I'm taking my time with the circle, and I'm going to outline the outside. And the last part I'm going to outline is the rectangle. Last part is the rectangle. Okay, so my whole thing is now colored and outlined. I'm now going to color the facial features using crayons and markers. So for the rectangle, I'm going to use brown marker because this brown is dark. And I want to have a dark rectangle. And if you don't have markers, you could just use the color brown. And for the inside of the eyes, that color is going to be green. So the inside of the eyes are green. Make sure that everything is colored, no white spots, and then see, I'm just outlining the section inside first, which is a circle, and then coloring it inside. That's all I am doing. Now, I'm gonna just take this again and color the inside of this. So now that the facial features are colored inside, we're gonna color the ears and the body. Now, for the brown, I'm going to use let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna use the brown crayon that I have, and I'm going to color the rest of the areas that need to be colored. So we have this part, which is going to be brown, which is the ear. And see, I'm just going back and forth, making sure that there's no white spots in the area. And then I'm going to go to the other side and color that. And it's okay if you're using marker and it gets inside of the circle. You just take your marker and you go over the parts. Very simple. Make sure that there's still no white spots, so I'm going back in and I'm coloring. Now for a big area, I'm going to outline the area I want to color first. So I'm going to just take this little section here, which is the top right corner, and I'm just outlining around. And this is how you are coloring inside the lines. This is how you color inside the lines, by outlining the whole section first and then focusing on coloring back and forth. Either I'm doing side to side and I'm holding my hand down on the paper for grip, and I'm making sure that the whole section is colored. And I'm coloring over the circle because the circle is not supposed to be white. supposed to be brown. And I'm going back and forth. And the section's colored. And now I'm going to color this section. And now I'm going to go to the left side. And color this side. And if it's okay, if it breaks. And I'm just going back and forth. Okay, now that the top half is colored, I'm going to finish the top half off camera, and then we are going to do the final step of this lion project. Now that the lion's head is fully colored, we're going to add some lines for the lion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of variety of different colors and shades. Now for the lion's fur, there's different colors. So what I'm going to do first, and I'm going to use the brown marker they have. If you don't have a brown marker, it's okay. We're going to start off with brown. And all I'm going to do is just make lines and I'm going around the rectangle. The lines can be diagonal, they can be straight, they can be curved, they could be long, they could be short. So we're doing a variety of different types of lines, and you go around the paper. So I'm starting off with the marker first because once I start using the crayon, you cannot go over with the marker. So I'm just starting off with some couple of lines with the marker. The lines can be thick, the lines can be thin. Get creative with your lion. Now I'm done with my marker. I'm going to start using the brown crayon that I have here. And see, I'm just making lines. So keep going. And see all the white spots. I'm going to try to fill them with more lines. So I want to do as many lines as I can around the white paper that you have. The more lines you have, the less white paper that you see on your page. And a lion's fur has many different colors. So I'm starting off with the dark colors first, which is brown. And I'm just going back, adding more lines. Okay, now that I added the brown lines, I'm now going to add the scarlet. So this is scarlet, or you can use orange or red. That's okay if it breaks. And I'm just making lines. And you can actually go over the lines that you have made. You want to make sure that every single line is visible so you can see it. And now that this color is done, I'm going to take a light color and I'm going to go over the lines. And this will help lighten up the fur. And this color's peach. If you have peach, you can use peach. And I'm actually thinking about using the color orange. I think orange will look really nice with the fur. And we'll just keep going around. Just keep going, and definitely not done. Take my orange now, and I'm gonna go and add some orange. Now it's giving some more pop of color. We don't want the animal to have it to be too dark. And this is called overlapping. We have done this before, where we're just taking the crayon and going over some of the lines that we have created before in our lion. Now I'm going to keep doing this, and then I'm going to add one more color, and then we will be. Now for the last color, I'm going to use black. I think that the black will help now give the fur some shadow. Now, if you don't have black, you don't have to do this step, but if you do have black crayon, or you can even use a marker to really go in and add some black lines. This will definitely help bring out some dark colors. And this is also called in art shadowing. You're adding dark shadow to your lion. Okay, so here is your finished lion with lots of lines. I've added lots of fall colors, orange, brown, reds, and some shadows such as black.